G'day guys and welcome back to Jans_gaming for another Dokkan Battle video. So for today's video here we're jumping into the newest batch of Ultimate Clash and we're going to quickly power through this one because we want to get through and grab all of those stones. So what we're going to do is, honestly I don't even really pay too much attention on these early ones. We'll do something like that. I probably won't use a lot of those other AGL characters, realistically. I feel like I just throw together the first couple of teams without a care in the world, but let's see. In terms of rotations, I feel like we haven't done too badly there. If we grab that into that. One of these guys should probably just need to get a one tap and Devilman would get Vamnost. But yeah, Ultimate Clash, as always, really good opportunity to recoup your stones, start stashing away more of those stones if you did. Oh wow, okay. Maybe I didn't plan out my leader skill. Actually, thinking about it now, the Rildo probably wouldn't be getting, or definitely, I don't think. Is Vegeta gifted Warriors in Namek Saga? Or is he... Yeah, anyway. Anyways, doesn't really matter. Just means that this is going to get dragged out a little bit longer, but that's fine. For this first phase, from the phases here on after, we'll smash through them a little bit quicker. Ooh, 2 milli dead. Wow, that's embarrassing. What about if we just go AGL in general? We've got quite a few options here. If we go like you and you guys, and then we just go like that. Use our extreme class units in here, mixed in. Dang, I reckon that's actually the first time I've ever had Devilman hit me. Wow, we got the full extreme rotation straight off the bat as well. So what we'll do is we'll grab that, into that, into that. Yeah. Wow, I actually couldn't tell you the last time that I bit the bullet in Ultimate Clash either. No attacks hitting us first, so that means that the AGL Rosé's attacks are very, very depressingly low. He does need to get hit for us to get the extra juice for him to be able to do some decent offensive numbers. That's the normal. Cell, though, he should do, yeah, there you go, a lot better. Having big bad bosses active is very, very helpful for him. So bang, he gets the finish there. Cool. So that was a bit more strenuous than expected. Yeah, should have put together a better team. But anyway, now we jump into Extreme STR. With this one, we've got quite a few options that we can work with. The fact that I've got you reversed isn't helpful. You've got the 4-key 120. Monotypes isn't really the wave, but YOLO. We're going to throw together a team like this, I think. I sort of want to keep you. You haven't got any type of STR, and I want to keep you. Your movie boss is terrifying. Yeah, I feel like this should still work. I feel like, even though it's not ideal, having some off leads, but YOLO. So we get Broly first turn. We can grab all of those with you. We can then grab that with you. And then we've got a bit of extra support there. Now, Broly, definitely not a slot 1 unit, but given the fact that we have type advantage and this is early on in the Ultimate Clash, I was very, very confident that he would just absolutely obliterate like he did there. Perfecto. Because, yeah, realistically, all of these early stages, all you're trying to do is speed run them so you can get deeper in and take on the Trunkses of the world. So cool. That's another one done and dusted. We move on to level 2, so we go to Extreme Tech. I feel like I usually do something like you. We go you, and I guess we'll chuck on Broly. We'll save the Tech Broly in case I need him for like a Pure Saiyans team, and then Golden Frieza fits onto the Fused Fighters, so he can be really useful in that regard. Fierce Battle, and we'll get Legendary Power with that as well. Doesn't hurt to max out your key. And then if we could do that, that should drop us down all of that to give off that support. Cool. So Broly getting hit this first. Oh yeah, it gives him key as well. I forgot about that. Not just the additional and the additional supers. So 9 milli, nothing too crazy here. Probably could have just put the the merge the Masu in there. Perfect. I was actually hoping for a normal because we're trying to play a little bit of catch up here to make up for that Devilman run taking a little bit extra than usual. So then we go to Extreme Int this time. I can't even remember who I usually put, so we're just going to go on mono team. Yeah. YOLO. Again, Merge the Masu is one of those units that can be used on a Fused Fighters team, so it doesn't hurt to save him for later on in the fight. So what we'll do is we'll just grab that into that. Chilai, obviously the supporting goddess, so it doesn't matter that she isn't, yeah. Usually, I feel like usually I don't run her. I was going to say it doesn't matter that she isn't under leader skill, but I think on this team, yeah, I ran the double mono type. So she is actually getting leader skill for once. Not that it matters. She's definitely one of those other types of units that you could save for later on in the fight, and you just throw her on. Obviously, she's got the scouter, the orb changing support. She does a lot of good stuff. So then we go extreme physical. We go you. Actually, we might save you. If we go you, what is yours? Yours are 70. 70 is not great. We could use you for the lead and then go bang, 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 bang. This could be interesting. Bringing the Ginyu Force is definitely not the greatest strat, but he does at least give us like a little bit of usage in terms of leader skill. So how do we go orb changing wise? Not the greatest in the world, but if we collect that into that, and perfect. Yep, exactly what I was hoping for. So we're giving us the support with the Broly, Chilo, and Lemo. We're also getting the guaranteed dodge with them. Physical orbs means nuke. Annoying that Frieza gets sealed because from memory Frieza was always able to do somewhat decent damage for when his Super Easy A did drop back in the day. So Goku Black didn't really do much there for us, and then we get a 9 milli. So yeah, Frieza definitely would have been our damage getter for that round. But anyways, bang, Broly, Chill, and Lemo, they get the guaranteed additional from being at 24 key. So cool. They're actually getting the finish. Yeah, nice. There you go. I still like Broly, Chill, and Lemo. You have to be very careful with how you do utilize them, and you really want to make sure that you are setting them up with obviously the 7 key spheres. But I reckon they still do have a role to play in a few, like movie bosses or yeah, we'll go here. What are we going to do here? What are we going to do here? Because we could go movie heroes with... We go pure Saiyan / hybrid, and then we can rock you're a 120, and I feel like you're also... No, you're 100. So I guess if we go that, then we could utilize... no, I don't really like that. Fused Fighter, and what's the other one? GT Heroes. What do I usually do for this? I really can't... Oh, we could always just go YOLO it like that with those two. Then you can bring like you. Or do we prefer you? Yeah, YOLO. YOLO. I'm sure we won't run into enough trouble to make this really a hassle. These guys do heal from memory, which can be pretty annoying though. So if we go like that into Surely that's going to allow us to still get 5. No, it's not. Classic. Didn't drop how I was thinking that it was going to. Dang, that's annoying because that means we miss out on that 2-turn support as well. They don't seal, do they? Because Gohan's going to be our key damage dealer here. So if they... Perfect. If they... Classic that we do dodge the next one. But yeah, if they had sealed, that would have been hugely annoying. Bang. Yeah, and we only take off the 1 HP bar, so leaving a little bit to be desired there. I'm trying to think of how I usually... I'm going to have to go in. Maybe I'll put that on my to-do list for tomorrow. I'll go in and I'll actually reorganize these teams, come up with a team for each typing, and then like a couple of backup teams, like a Pure Saiyans team or a Fused Fighter team, all of that type of jazz. Because yeah, I shouldn't really have to even think about what I'm conjuring up for teams here. Bang, we get the crit into the additional normal. They got the dodge chance. Bang, we do take damage there. And then we've got our good friend Kid Goku here. Still love running him. The orb changing, 2-turn support. The fact that he gets his defense on supers now is massive, and if you've got the dupes in him, having the ability to get that dodge off is really, really impactful. Let's see how much they heal. 15 milli. Yeah, that's an annoying amount for sure. So we can see that the super is right there. If we go that into that, then we might just do this for the heal. So for the Super Saiyan 3 Vegeta, mine is only 55%, so he's not going to put up the most impressive numbers here. Would have been much nicer if that super attack was before we were attacking as well. That would have been handy. But remember that he does have that support class ability on his super attack effects, so he is juicing up the other 2 units on the rotation here. Yeah, so there's the super attack. That would have gotten him an additional, but obviously that doesn't really help us now. So we've got the double Kamehameha, no additionals. At least they're getting their dodges and their hits in here, so that's going to allow them to build up for if we need them to come back around. We can then do a lot more damage with them. God Goku, he got the 7 orbs, so that means that he's got the guaranteed additional super as well. The fact that these guys are going to heal 15 million back again is going to be a little bit annoying, because we did not dish out much damage at all on this rotation. Yeah, sort of just did a bit of a standstill there. So if we do that, that gets you to 24. That gets you to 20. And then we can grab that to finish out the rotation there. So hopefully between Gohan and the physical Super Saiyan 2 Vegeta, we can dish out some serious damage and get this close to done. Perfect. There's the additional. So anything else from here is going to be damage that they're not within range of healing, I guess, is how I want to describe it. These additionals for Gohan, very, very impactful. Bang, look at that. And then the normal. So they're supering us. That's not going to do anything to Gohan. Perfect. If there was one person you did want to get supered on this rotation, it was going to be Gohan. We're also sitting at about 540k, so we have a pretty good buffer there, even if somebody, like if the Super Saiyan Goku Vegeta were to get supered as well. So, bang, that's nice from the Vegeta. And then a big, I thought he finished final burst cannon, there you go. Oh yeah, he's 18 keys, big bang attack, so perfect, that one done and dusted as well. Took a little bit longer than we'd like, but that's fine. We go into super int, very powerful because you can use them, and then throw in units like you, I guess, and you. Or do we want GT Vegeta? Maybe GT Vegeta. He gives the orb changing, so that can be a little bit more valuable, I think, than Diamond Goku. So yeah, so you're locked. What we can do is grab that into that, and what that's going to let us do is get a 24 key off for the Evolution Blue Vegeta. So Evolution Blue Vegeta, he's then going to be able to get his guaranteed crits off, so that'll definitely help bump up his damage. Would have preferred, maybe I could have run him in slot 1 actually, because probably would have preferred Super Saiyan Goku to be in the back end there. That would have allowed for him to get off more stats. Obviously Vegeta and Trunks, they're a slot 1 unit. They need to be run in slot 1 to get all their stats. So when they do get locked in slot 2, that puts a massive hamper on what we're sort of able to do with them, which is really annoying. But anyway, that is what it is. They're going to get a little bit of build up here. They also did an 18 key super, so that gave some extra juice to the rest of the units on the team. From memory, is it it's 5%, I'm pretty sure. And then we got that crit there into the additional normal, and wow, no third one. From memory, I had those guys like him and UI Goku built with like 25 additional maybe, so that's like 250% chances. Just failed us there, but anyway, that's fine. What we'll do is we'll grab that into, yeah, I guess if we do it like that, that opens up not as many physical orbs as I was hoping for. That'll do anyways, that's fine. So again, no attacks in slot 1, so we're missing out. Remember that Super Saiyan 4 Goku does get the boost when he is attacked first, so now he's got that attack and defense. 12.6. This Triomite Goku, even though he's, I feel like he's pretty cool, doesn't really offer much, so Battlefield's really like the only place that I find myself ever running him. Or if we get those Cybermen type events as well, actually, I guess we can't discount those. The old AoE does become very helpful in there. So then we've got the super coming in. Let's see, what do we take here? We didn't, 26. Barely even worth mentioning. So now you're locked in slot 2, which is fine. What we'll do is grab that into that, and then we finish off with this. So I think this should be all she wrote. As I said, we did get a couple of attacks on Vegeta and Trunks last rotation, so they've got some extra crit chance built up here, which we don't get. But more importantly, they are in slot 1, so they are getting the extra stats this time around. So bang, there's the crit, and the third super. So Namek Goku should be able to get the finish for us. Bang, and we get the fourth one as well, actually, with the crit. So that definitely means that Namek Goku, we can get the nice little KO screen. Nice. So Kapow, Kamehameha, the super. Cool. So that leaves us with 3 enemies to go. Stashing away more of those rewards. So I think what I usually do is something like Super Saiyan, Pure Saiyan, or Goku Family, Pure Saiyan, and do something like that, I think. From memory. It's always hard to tell. Realistically, I do these once a month. Ooh, that's a good amount of orbs for you. We can't really put anyone else first because they're going to steal all of those STR keys. So you got Kamehameha versus Over in a Flash. I'd probably rather just do it like this, I think. Do that into... I guess we have to use that to get yours off. Of course, there's a super attack straight off the back, but the full dodge build coming in clutch there. And yeah, Goku would have had all of his damage reduction from getting his STR key spheres anyway. You can see we get the big old crit there. Nice. Bang. I wish this guy had have gotten a better easy A. It's funny that like you don't really use him at all, yet the Tech Grade 8 Vegeta is still like can definitely be ran on teams, especially teams that are like Giant 8 Power, where you've got the ability to run AGL Super Saiyan 4 Goku next to him, give him that extra damage reduction support. Whereas, yeah, Kaioken Goku, he did not get that time to shine. These guys sort of faded away into the nothingness as well, I guess. Yeah, bang. And then Super Saiyan 3 Vegeta. Super Saiyan 3 Vegeta is probably another unit that you could save for later on to keep as a bit of a backup plan unit, because he does have that big time damage reduction at the start of a fight, which can be really, really helpful. But there's that one done. And now we just go to Super Tech. What have we got in just terms of super units here? For just trying to think of how I'm going to build this next team. So say if I went like that and we just went a full movie heroes team, so we could throw on units like you. You're obviously a good movie hero, you're going to have type advantage, you're a movie hero, something like that. A little bit of a mix, but not too much of a mix, I don't think. Anyway, let's see. As we get into the later stages, I do like to sort of just make more of a better team, if that makes sense, rather than necessarily only going for the monotypes. But what we can do is we can collect that into that. And then we want to save as many of those tech key spheres. Hopefully we can utilize that with the tech Gohan on the next rotation. So Frieza Super straight away, pretty much best case scenario. Because obviously we've got guard with the gods, but for that first turn they also do have this 77% damage reduction as well. We got the 9 key spheres, so that pretty much fulfills their passive orb requirement. So that's a dub, and then from obviously getting so many key spheres, it means that we're going to end up with the 24 key. 24 key means that we can be super effective, and all those rainbow key spheres add to our crit chance. So then we have the physical Gogeta in slot 2 here, another unit that we got the rainbow key spheres for, which will lead to him being able to perform multiple supers. He's also got the guard, so that's going to be valuable as well. Dang, that's a lot of attacks, isn't it? So 9 milli. Realistically, I think a lot of our damage is going to come from the next rotation. If we get some good orbs with the Tech Super Saiyan 2 Gohan, I feel like he should really fry Frieza, which will be handy. So, bang. But we still do have some supers to get through until we get to that point. Then we'll do what I usually do, where I leave like a pure Saiyan fused fighter team for the final phase, and yeah, that'll be all she wrote. You use that to absolutely obliterate Trunks, and you bounce with your 12 stones. So second super here, Gogeta may take some damage. Yeah, 15k. That's barely worth mentioning. And then here is the new Vegeta. This Vegeta's like his dodging orb changing unit, which is really good. I just wish they had have put on some extra support onto him, like 30% attack and defense to movie bosses or movie heroes would have been absolutely fire. But anyways, we can't have everything. So what we do is we'll grab that into that into we may as well just get as much keys as we possibly can. As I said, I think that Gohan should demolish Frieza here for us. He's at 21's not too crazy. Let's see. Power, yeah, the crit plus the additional. Yep, GG's in the chat to Frieza. And then we move on to the last one against Trunks. So what are we at? We're at about 24 minutes here, so a bit longer than usual, but that's fine. Main thing is we're getting it done and we're collecting those zones. So we're just going to stick with super class for the start here. So we'll go you and you. You're we're going to grab you and you and you to fulfill your active condition. I like you with the crits. I think that I'll... So this is where we could just go for fun and pick up you, or we could go with type advantage and fill out you with the support. Maybe we'll just do that. I think this team will get this done really, really quickly. So hopefully, of course, the AGL Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta is starting off in slot 7, classic. What we'll do is that into that. You may be wondering, the orbs did not drop how I wanted then. You may be wondering why Gotenks first, and because he could have got some extra links with Goku. I wanted him to get hit first, which then gives us the extra attack. So that probably counts as an other, which doesn't matter. And there you go. That is exactly what... Wow. Our 31 million crit super gets dodged. Wow. And then, of course, we hit him with the 12 key. We don't get the hidden potential either. That is very, very, very annoying. So yeah, combining that with the fact, as I said, we've got AGL Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta in slot 7. So what I would have liked to have done is had him on ideally rotation 1, because then you can let him get hit once. Next time he comes around, you can pop the Dragon Fist. Just because I don't think that I'll be able to get this finished on this next rotation, especially when Trunks wants to keep dodging. Bang, at least we are getting a couple of crits in here, so that drives up the damage a little bit higher, but I don't remember Trunks dodging this often. Maybe this is just an unlucky run. We weren't able to get to 24 key either for Goku here, so we lose out on quite a bit for him. We get the additional normal, dodge, and okay. So for this one here, what we're going to do is grab that into, we may as well just do that, into that. Cool. So Super Saiyan 3 Goku did get hit. He has 70% chance to dodge. If we had been able to get him to 24 key, that would have meant that we could get the guaranteed crit. We get the crit anyways. And let's see if he dodges the super, so we don't have to watch the rest. Yep, perfect. Dodge. Vegeta here has the ability to pump out a bunch of super attacks, so we could possibly just be finishing it on next rotation with the active skill from Gotenks. If Trunks doesn't... Oh, you've got to be kidding. You're taking the mickey now, Dokkan. That's laughable. I should go in and check out what the stats are. Like, what is his actual percentage chance of being able to dodge? Because I feel like he's getting a 50% chance to dodge at the moment. Every second attack, just about. So cool, done. What we'll do is we'll pop this one now. Kablooey, we get the 26 milli crit there. And then what we'll do is we'll go you into that, and that'll be all she wrote. Gogeta, hopefully you can get the finish with some big time supers here. So we start off with a 42 milli. Surely he doesn't dodge this. We've got to be too far in the piece. Yep. Bang, cop that. And then we've got the additional... Yeah, there you go. Gogeta can't be dodged. So there you go, guys. That is my Ultimate Clash run done and dusted for this month. Started off a little bit rocky, but as you can see, we got there in the end. So let me know down below how you found this batch. Did the typings stitch you up, or yeah, were they nice and easy? So thank you all for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you want to keep up with the content, and hopefully I'll catch you all on the next video.